OK, we are traversing London here on Total Football. Been with Chelsea, been with Crystal Palace. What about Arsenal? Well, Mikel Arteta is adamant his side can go up another level and win the Premier League after finishing second behind Manchester City for the last 2 seasons. They begin their new campaign at home to Wolves. Let's head live to our reporter Gary Cottrell, who joins us now. OK, Gary, so quite simply, he seems confident that Arsenal can go that one better and beat City to the ties. But if they are going to do that, do they need to make further moves in the transfer market first?
Well, it's been steady, hasn't it, this transfer window here at Arsenal? 7 have already gone out, so there'll be 2 or 3 more going out before the window closes. Arsenal see it as 3, in their view, in because David Raya has been made permanent. He was loaned, of course, last season. Jurriën Timber, a marquee signing last summer, is seen as a new signing because last season his season was devastated by injury. The good news is he's fit, he's raring to go, he's in the matchday squad for Wolves tomorrow. And joining him, of course, on the left side of defence now is Riccardo Calafiori. How Mikel Arteta keeps both of those happy, occupying the same part of the pitch, will be interesting. But, of course, he wants quality in every position right across the pitch because there'll be around 60 games next season for Arsenal if they go deep into all competitions. And that's the case as well, I think, in midfield. He was asked whether or not he needed, as many supporters, many pundits say, an out-and-out goal scorer as well. He says no, he doesn't think he does. But he does say there is room for one more quality midfielder. And that's why Edu is currently out in northern Spain, trying to secure a deal for Mikel Merino, the Real Sociedad midfielder. I'm told that deal probably will be done, although it's not imminent. It certainly won't be this side of the weekend. And until he is in, Merino wearing an Arsenal kit here at the training ground, given his number, signed on the form, Mikel Arteta won't talk about him. We know that, but we had a go anyway. Does Mikel like Mikel?
If I like myself, you mean?
Mikel Merino.
You know that I cannot talk about any other player.
But that area of the pitch, if you could find somebody that could come and help, because you've got a busy schedule, potentially 60 games or more, a lot of midfielders, but quality is always something you're looking for if you could find the right player in that area, particularly before the window closes.
After the season, we had 2 objectives. The main one and the most important one is make sure that we're still very, very much in love with our players and find ways to improve them, because that's the main thing. And then, okay, if there are certain opportunities in the market to improve the squad, certainly we have to look at that, and that's what we've been trying to do.
The thing you would have heard most, or we've heard most, is, do Arsenal need a striker, an out-and-out 20, 25 goal a season striker? Do they?
We have great strikers already. We have great attacking line. I'm really pleased with them.
And Gary, Mikel Arteta has always had a few unique ways of trying to find those little incremental improvements, those marginal gains to get his squad to the next level. So how is he going to take things to another level this season?
Well, that's what he knows he has to achieve. Obviously, Arsenal have made progress in terms of points gathered every season since Mikel Arteta arrived. 2 years ago, 5 points behind City. Last season, 2 points behind City. On that trajectory, then they could go on and win it this time. But he says they have to be almost perfect. 2024 was almost perfect for Arsenal, wasn't it? 18 games. Won 16 of them, drew the other, lost 1. But they had that wobble around Christmas time, which meant that in the end they fell short of Manchester City. He says, does Mikel Arteta, that the team has another level to reach, in his opinion, and he wants them to break more records in terms of points gathered. And you're right, innovation is the key. Fine margins is the key. There was talk, wasn't there, of him bringing in pickpockets at a recent team meeting. I've checked. I've got everything in my pockets that I went in with. He didn't want to talk specifically about that, but he was asked what other innovations he can bring in to keep the players on their toes. Now, I've checked my pockets. I've got my keys. I've got my wallet. I've got my phone. There's been reports of you trying to get the best out of your players again with your innovations in the summer. How important is it that you keep the players on their toes at all times?
Well, this is the demands that we put internally, that they have to be much higher than anybody can ever think of putting us in any position that we feel the pressure. And that's the level that we have to hit every single day here. And if we do that, obviously our level will increase and everybody will be benefited to that.
Well, Eric Ten Hag said yesterday that Manchester United weren't ready, or words to that effect, for the season, given the kind of summer that it's been with players everywhere. Well, Mikel Arteta says Arsenal are ready. As I say, they play Wolves. Wolves have lost their first game in the Premier League for the last 3 seasons. Arsenal have beaten Wolves the last 6 times that they've met. So it could be a good day for Arsenal fans at the Emirates tomorrow.
Gary, thank you very much indeed.